Good evening, everybody, and welcome. I'm Heather Cody. I'm one of the Master's Music Education faculty here at the Longy School of Music, and we are so grateful that you are here with us tonight. So we are recording this session tonight, but we will stop the recording prior to the Q&A at the end if anybody would like to jump in to ask questions. So tonight we are excited to have Reagan Paris joining us for his session entitled Music of the Philippines, Songs, Dances, and Games. Reagan is excited to join the Longy School of Music at Bard College as an adjunct faculty member this year. He serves as an associate professor for Berklee College of Music in Boston, Massachusetts, where he teaches in the music education department. Throughout the academic year, he instructs both undergraduate and graduate students in advanced choral conducting, choral rehearsal techniques, choral literature, as well as conducts the Berklee Concert Chorus. A passionate conductor and singer and educator, he has directed performance tours across the United States and abroad. He participated in a European performance tour, conducting in the Czech Republic, Austria, and Hungary. He is the artistic director for Many Voices, Mechanics Hall's youth singers, performing repertoire that authentically honors the mosaic of cultures represented in the ensemble. He serves as music director for the Salisbury Singers, one of the premier choral ensembles in the state. Throughout the summer, he conducts the Kodai Music Institute Choir, which is comprised of music educators from across the globe. An emerging researcher, Reagan regularly presents at research symposiums across the United States. He is a guest conductor, clinician, and adjudicator for various music festivals across the country. So this workshop will last about 25 minutes, and then we'll have some time afterwards for Q&A if you have questions that you'd like to ask Reagan. And so without further ado, Reagan, thank you for being here tonight, and I will turn it over to you.
Thank you, Heather. And for everyone here, this is recorded, so don't feel like you need to write down everything perfectly because then the wonders of technology, it's going to be helpful. I do have videos here for you with some of my students who are performing and playing the games here. So I'm hoping that it's delivered in a way this session that will help you feel more comfortable with taking these games into your classroom and working with your students. So welcome, and thank you, Longy, for having this opportunity. I think it's important to have these opportunities to provide free workshops. So the Philippines, I just got back. I was there for 2 weeks representing the U.S. for ACDA's International Conductors Exchange Program, and it's a beautiful country. I was born there, but haven't been back for 40 years. So like this is my arrival there 3 weeks ago was really informative to me. So 7,000 islands, more than 7,100 plus islands make up the archipelago of the Philippines. It really is a tropical paradise. Right now it's rainy season, but it's really quite beautiful. The climate's very similar to Hawaii. So this is some of the architecture there. This is a Bahay na Bato. So I'm gonna have you, even though I'm gonna pretend that you're saying it, but Bahay na Bato, go ahead and try it. And Bahay na Bato means stone house, and a lot of this architecture comes from Spain. So if you'll see a lot of those, a lot of it, and also coming from Spain is this building, or at least influence, right? This is a church, a Catholic church specifically. My first job in higher education was actually teaching at a Catholic institution, and I swear they probably hired me to teach music and to conduct their choirs with the assumption that I'm Catholic, because most Filipinos are Catholic. I am not Catholic though. And this building here, if you notice it, it's modeled very similar to the government buildings in the United States. These columns are known in Greek because that's where democracy had originated from, the world's first democracy. And the Philippines modeled a lot of their government off of the United States. These are rice terraces in the southern part of the Philippines. It's really incredible. There are people come from all over the world just to visit this. And it was done 2,000 years ago. In fact, it was so beautiful that Thanos decided that his heaven, or his final place, resting place, was going to be in these terraces. So there you go, beautiful. I was born in Angeles City, but my mom was from the Bicol region over here. And if you look closely, that Pangasinan, that's where my father was. But I came here when I was very young. I'm glad that you're here. I think it's important that you're actually attending this because the Filipino American perspective is invisible. You do not see it in education very often. And between 2000 and 2019, the Asian population here in the United States increased by 88%. So we are the fastest growing minority group in the United States. And if you take a look at the breakdown of the subgroups of Asians, the largest group at 24% is Chinese American. The second largest group is 21% Indian American. And then Filipinos are at 19%. And that's pretty significant because if you start looking at the influence of Asian culture, most people will recognize like, okay, Chinese have a specific perspective, cultural perspective, and same with Indian Americans, even with their food. But if you start talking about Filipino Americans, despite being one of the larger groups, you really don't know what they're much about. Um, okay. Oh, got it. Thank you, Mabel. All right. Hopefully, it seems like there were some issues. So at least this is recorded and we can send this to everyone. So yeah, there's this severe underrepresentation of the Filipino perspective, and there really is an absence of racial discourse. A lot of that is because of our colonial mentality, right? So we don't want to talk much, we don't say much, we don't make any waters, we tend to just assimilate pretty quickly. This is an interesting study. Coloma did it in 2013. They took five of the most used American textbooks and found that, if you can see it right here, like they quantified how much Filipinos were discussed in these books. By the way, there are no studies about how many choirs perform Filipino music, but anecdotally, I don't think it's very much. And in fact, this right here, this one study, this quantitative study is showing that, we as Filipinos are only worth 0.18% when we're a large part of the Asian American population. So we're here to reverse that, and so I'm happy that you're thinking of this perspective, and I'm happy that I'm guessing that some of you have students who are Filipino. We have a lot of colonial history. We were colonized by Spain, and then colonized by the U.S., and then we were brutalized by the Japanese in World War II. So, but like just being there 2 weeks ago, I remember asking some of my Filipino friends, I said, no one really seems to be upset about it. Is that okay? Like, is there a lot of resentment towards these countries that invaded? And they're like, no, no, we're friends, and they really are. They truly are. They're very close with Spaniards, very close with Japanese, and very close with Americans. All right, so our first song that we're gonna sing is Leron Leron Sinta. It's probably the most sung folk song in the Philippines, and I would say it's a folk song. Folk song is a fusion between Filipino indigenous music and music from an outside source. So like in this case, it's like Spain, but it could be like American influence, it could be Japanese influence. So again, that really is what a folk song is in the Philippines versus indigenous Filipino music. I'm gonna get my starting pitch. Oh, let's see. All right. Leron sinta, buko ng papaya, dalay puslo, sisidlan ng bunga, pagdating sa duloy, nabali ang sanga, kapos kapalaran, humanap ng iba. I'm gonna do my whole music learning theory, right? So that's the full song. Repeat after me. Leron sinta, buko ng papaya, dalay buslo, sisidlan ng bunga. Pagdating sa duloy, nabali ang sanga, kapos kapalaran, humanap ng iba. So, leron sinta, your turn. Leron sinta, Buko ng papaya, buko ng papaya. Dalay buslo, dalay buslo. Sisidlan ng bunga, sisidlan ng bunga. Pagdating sa duloy, pagdating sa duloy. Nabali ang sanga, nabali ang sanga. Kapos kapalaran, kapos kapalaran. Humanap ng iba, humanap ng iba. I feel like I'm back into the teaching back in the COVID days. No PTSD. All right, so this is a dance actually. So I made my undergraduate students do this. So kudos to this group of students. I'm gonna marry you with my left, and it goes leron cinta out. Okay, let's try it again. Ready, go. Leron cinta. Then you back up. Buko ng papaya. Now, then you're gonna do a grapevine to your right. Dala busto. Then to the left. Grapevine is a step behind, step. Let's just do the whole thing. I can see everyone's like, no. All right. You're stepping forward. 2 and ready, go. Leron cinta. Buko ng papaya. To the right, dala gusto. Sisidlan ng bunga. Okay, next part. It goes. Pagdating sa duloy, hand, and then you will spin. Nabali ang sanga, kapos kapalaran. Then grapevine to the right. Humanap ng iba. Yeah, all right, so watch this. So, pagdating sa dulo. Yeah, wait, all right, yeah, that's what it goes, yeah. Pagdating, ready, let's go back up, and go. Pagdating sa dulo, nabali ang sanga, kapos, and you'll clap here. Now, grapevine, manap ng iba, and the reason why you're not gonna clap is because you're gonna be with a new partner. So do I have someone who would like to be my partner?
I'll be your partner.
Thank you, Emily. Let's give Emily a round.
I'm very scared though.
All right, so I want you to sing. Let's back up.
Okay.
So we're gonna do leron cinta. Ah, good. And then we back up. Buko ng papaya. Now it's a tricky part. She goes to the right, I go to the right. Dala buslo. Sisidlan ng bunga. Pagdating goes, pagdating sa duloy. Boom! And then we will spin, and then we'll end up in the same spot.
Yeah, okay.
Nabali ang sanga. Then we back up. Kapos kapalaran. Then slow manap ng iba. Then we have a new partner. So let's do the whole thing again. And while you're singing it, could you just... I will fast forward because I want you to see the whole group doing it and enjoy. 1, 2, ready, go. Leron cinta. Buko ng papaya. Dalay gusto. Sisilan ng bunga. Pagdating sa duloy. Nabali ang sanga. Kapos kapalaran. Humanap ng iba. Leron cinta. Buko ng papaya. Dalay gusto. Sisilan ng bunga. Pagdating sa dulo. Nabali ang sanga. Kapos kapalaran. Humanap ng iba. When I told them I was recording this and I was gonna show it tonight, they like all panicked. But I'm like, "Oh, you're fine. Just do it." Kudos again, this whole group. This is a rehearsal techniques class, a choral rehearsal techniques class, and I was like, "We're gonna play a game," and they had so much fun. It's a blast, and they're kind of my gauge, right? So I think students would love to sing and dance with this song. Filipinos are known. Oh, sorry. Yeah, Heather, if you need to interrupt me, just go ahead and let me know too. Filipinos are known for being musical mannequins, so we do perform a lot of other music and we try to elevate that music. So it's nice. All studies show that if we learn more about our own culture, it raises our self-esteem. It raises how we perceive ourselves. These are celebrities who have Filipino heritage. So I'm sure you know most of these people, particularly Bruno Mars or and Enrique Iglesias, right? So it's good to see that even celebrities are Filipino. The consonants, the way we treat consonants, it's softened consonants. So T and K and P in choral music, particularly like in Latin or even in English, we want to have those strong consonants like t, k, p, but they don't exist. It's soft. So think about like putting your hand up to your mouth and t, k, t, t. You almost add like a D to it. You soften it. And if you're spitting on your hand, then it's too strong. The reason why is that it takes too much time. There's too much time on the consonants, and Filipino choral music specifically is so fast and quick. So if you are only singing, if you're singing strong consonants, it's too much. There's no American R, burger. We flip it. There's no F, so it's pronounced with a P. V is pronounced with a B. T is dentalized as a hybrid T and D. So forever is like forever, and Tagalog is Tagalog, and Philippines is Philippines. So why on earth do you think that we would name ourselves after a phonetic F which does not exist in our alphabet? Well, let me tell you, we were conquered by King Philip of the Second of Spain, so thus giving us our namesake. So within our own name, it shows our colonial history. For those of us who are afraid of Tagalog, it is a very, in terms of languages, it falls right into place. I've sung other songs. I've taken other songs to my choirs. In other languages, and they really struggled with it. So this is great. This is a great language to sing with your choirs. It's more forward, and there's no short I's. So like Ilocano is Ilocano. So try that, Ilocano. Yeah, and there's glottal with two vowels. So like Doon, excuse me, Doon is not dun, but it's doon. So doon. Good. Counting. Can you count with me? Isa, dalawa, tatlo, apat, lima, anim, pito, walo, siyam, sampo. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So echo me. Isa, dalawa, tatlo, apat, lima, anim, pito, walo, siyam, sampo. So this also starts in a G. So one second. Isa, dalawa, tatlo, unahan tayo, apat, lima, anim, sa balong malalim, pito, walo, siyam, lakat parang langkam, pagdating sa sampo, ang lahat ay umupo. I am going to move a little bit because I want to make sure that we have enough time. But I'm going to sing it one more time for you, okay? And then try to do the movements with me while you're there. This is how I would teach it. And then I have a video that'll show me teaching it. So it goes, Isa, dalawa, tatlo, unahan tayo, apat, lima, anim, sa balong malalim, pito, walo, siyam, lakat parang langkam, pagdating sa sampo, ang lahat ay umapo. It's a little bit of a tricky melody, but it is a game, and I walk it through here. All right, can you do the numbers with me? So, isa, dalawa, tatlo, unahan tayo, apat, lima, anim, sa balong malalim, pito, walo, siyam, lakat parang langgam. Pagdating sa sampo, ang lahat ay umapo. Thank you for doing the movements. Try it again. Isa, dalawa, tatlo, unahan tayo, apat, lima, anim, Sa balong malalim, pito, walo, siyam, lakat parang langgam. Pagdating sa sampo, ang lahat ay umapo. Could try to count the numbers with me, please. So it is a game, and this is the game. And the way it works is everyone's sitting in a circle, and we walk around the circle, and one person is out. And when they get to the part, as everyone's walking around the circle, when we get to the song where it goes, Lakat parang langgam, everyone goes into the center and they shut their eyes and they hold that note. And whoever has this has an instrument, they are supposed to take a chair away. It's kind of like musical chairs. And this one, this one, I just wish this room had a little bit more space. So real estate in Boston, I don't know. It's just expensive. These having large rooms are not. It's not something that we have very often. So if you have a bigger space, it's much better. So here's the game. Ready, go. Isa, dalawa, tatlo. Una-unahan tayo. Apat, lima, anim. Sa balong malalim. Pito, walo, siyam. Lakad parang langgam. Pagdating sa sapo, ang lahat ay mapo. I have no idea why, like musical chairs, like these students, they want to like, they're brutal. They are brutal. So like they wanted to play this game again. I'm gonna let it go just a couple more times so you get more of an idea. Good. All right, stand up. Does John get a turn now? John gets a turn. Yes. And I'm gonna push this chair back.
It's so much more fun.
Yeah, I'm telling you, they got like super into it and like let's play again, and I was like, nope, 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 nope. All right, so just a little, I'll make it nice and quick. Choral music, it's unaccompanied. There's a lot of virtuosity to it. You'll often have these nonsense words that are there because kapow, swish, boom, right? Onomatopoeia. So like you have words that mimic sounds, and oftentimes we mimic percussion instruments because that's a lot of indigenous music has percussion instruments. If you decide to do Filipino choral music, I suggest rhythm first, melody second, and then just reinforce. Just echo me here. Say Magnificat, anima mea dominum, anima mea dominum, anima mea dominum, anima mea. So we're more aggressive Filipinos when it comes to dynamics. So this should be a crescendo, and it should start with Magnificat, anima mea dominum, anima mea dominum, anima mea dominum, anima mea Magnificat, anima mea. I love classical music. We don't do it that. We're not aggressive like that. So it is quick. And I'm gonna let you listen to it. So you see the use of the text to really kind of create that rhythmic energy forward. If you have a younger choir, I highly suggest this song to Tagalog folk songs. I'll play just a little bit of it. I saw this group. I worked with them. I clinicked them 2 weeks ago, and it was crazy. They were out of this world good. You know this song. Beautiful, just really, really well executed. And I jokingly said to Jude, this is a husband and wife pair. Maria Teresa or Tikia is the wife, and then Jude is the husband, and he plays the piano. And I was like, he's like, oh yeah, I'm a concert pianist. I'm like, I know, I played your piece, and it's not easy. So that's the only thing that's hard about this piece, is the piano part. It's a little bit of a stretch. You can look for Filipino music here. And then the two songs that I showed you was from Tiffany Barry's Songs of the Sun. You have to get this. I make this required reading for my Berkeley students, because it's just really incredible music. So I can't talk enough about Tiffany and what she does. But I am going to stop my share here. I hope that helped you. And I hope I'm here for questions if you need, or what do you think, Heather? What should we do?
Yeah, no, this is wonderful, Reagan. Can we give a little virtual round of applause for Reagan for such a wonderful presentation? So thank you so much. I know I learned a lot listening to you here.